out there on the intermediates. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix. 70 laps to come around the Hungaroring. And it's lights out, and away we go. And it's a tentative start for everyone, but Charles Leclerc, brilliant start from him. Sergio Perez slow away. Hamilton is clear of Lance Stroll. Then comes Sebastian Vettel, Charles Leclerc, Valtteri Bottas has had a stinker, and Max Verstappen goes round the outside, looking for third place. Hamilton leads from Stroll, and then the Ferrari gets twitchy over Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc too, but they avoid contact as Max Verstappen goes down the inside and into third place.
Herring Valtteri Bottas may well have jumped the start, despite not being in a particularly good position there.
Maybe he went forward, stopped, and then had to go again. We've seen that happen before, haven't we? Sebastian Vettel in Japan last year, of course, but it's Hamilton who leads here. Stroll pits, releases Max Verstappen, still on the intermediate tyres. Lance Stroll pits, and into the pit lane comes Lewis Hamilton, the race leader.
Lewis Hamilton actually built a nice gap to get comfortably out without having to do anything special in the pits. It was a steady stop. Sebastian Vettel also pitting, and just seeing if he's going to be delayed by the Red Bull. He is. Oh, it's an awful stop for Sebastian Vettel. What is going on? He can't find a gap in the traffic. He's lost so much time. The Red Bull also gets away, but it's such a busy pit lane as everyone decides this is the lap to go to slicks.
Puncture there for Latifi.
He spun round at turn one and picked up the puncture there. Just look at, that's how the Williams got a puncture. Released into the path of Carlos Sainz.
That was Williams' fault.
2.5 seconds for Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton down the straight he comes.
Verstappen will be easy. Verstappen easy second.
Lance Stroll has got DRS behind Romain Grosjean. Look how he's catching up on the Haas. Catching up on the Haas. He's going to take a dive down the inside. Grosjean knows he's there.
Bold move, and Grosjean wise enough and old enough to realise he's coming through.
Bottas on Leclerc. He's trying to get this move done, but he can't quite make it cleanly. Into turn one, it's better this time around for Valtteri Bottas. And as long as he avoids those puddles on the left-hand side of the track as he heads into turn two, he should be okay, and he is. Valtteri Bottas up into 6th place. This is how Stroll got past Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen, who completed 6 laps in a podium position in the entire history of Haas before today, and have been doing a sterling job as Valtteri Bottas moves past Kevin Magnussen now and up into 4th place. Lando Norris has the red Scarlet car, which will be menacing enough. All in his wing mirrors at the moment, and Sebastian Vettel, Charles Leclerc, I should say, nearly having to go under the grass to try and get past him. He's on the inside. He pushes Lando Norris wide. Norris is having absolutely none of it. Sticks to his task well. And as Charles Leclerc gets out his elbows, Lando Norris says, yeah, mine are about a foot bigger. Have some back. Leclerc thinks, do I need to go around the outside on this occasion? Can I do the old switcheroo and get a better exit out of the first corner? And Norris still plants that McLaren in a very nice position. Leclerc on the hard compound tyre, which is working well. Seems to have got a half car length ahead. Seems to have got a full car length ahead. And has got the job done this time. Valtteri Bottas coming into the pits first. Even though he wasn't the lead Mercedes, they decided that he could do with getting out of the dirty air being caused by Lance Stroll's racing point. I think this should be an easy undercut, really, for Valtteri Bottas and for Mercedes, despite the good work by the Racing Point crew. 3.1 seconds. Bottas back up into the podium places. Oh dear, that is Nicholas Latifi, who had a puncture after an unsafe release and was spun around at turn one and has gone onto the runoff area at turn 5. And that was the spin for Latifi.
Yeah. He's turned in, looks like quite late into the corner, and the car has said, I can't do that.
And this will lift Lewis Hamilton, I'm sure, to the top of the Drivers' Championship. No one's ever won 3 races in a row at the Hungaroring. Lewis Hamilton's done it now, though. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix for the 8th time for Lewis Hamilton. Crossing the line in 2nd place. It's the mistake turned into a podium for Max Verstappen. 2nd place for Red Bull. Valtteri Bottas comes home in 3rd. And I'm sure Mercedes were expecting more than that, but Bottas' start cost him dear as he had to make his way through the fields. Valtteri Bottas didn't have the performance that he wanted today. Max Verstappen unhappy all weekend with the performance of his car, salvages a second place, whilst Lewis Hamilton and his race engineer Pete Bonington smile and taste the victory champagne. It's been a very busy first 3 races in 2020, and as we head for our first week-long break, it's Hamilton and Mercedes on top.